Inside each of us lies a vast, wild land, an unnamed wilderness that longs to be healed. It's a hidden place very deep within the soul. You can't see it with your eyes, but you carry it with you wherever you go, in every breath, every moment, every step along life's winding road. Some people only pass through that wilderness in dreams. Others, like Dylan, the protagonist in the best-selling novel The Ferryman, only recognize it after death. The psychologist Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." This is not just a fictional story, it's a journey, a message reminding us all to awaken, to heal, and to bravely return to our inner world. Perhaps without realizing it, you are already walking this path. Today, I bring you a story titled, "The Darkness Doesn't Come to Devour You, It Comes to Help You Find the Light," inspired by The Ferryman by McFall. This novel isn't just an intriguing story, it's a mirror to the soul, filled with profound lessons that help us live with more meaning and wholeness. Upon release, it resonated with millions worldwide, quickly becoming a New York Times bestseller and being translated into over 33 languages. If you feel stuck at life's crossroads, unsure how to move forward after pain or loss, if you've ever felt paralyzed in the face of existential despair, this book might just guide you toward your next step. So let's dive into today's reflection. Each of us has a dark wilderness within, a barren space that must be crossed and healed. In the story, Dylan grows up in a broken home after her parents' divorce. At just 15, she faces loneliness and emotional scars. At home, her overworked mother never seems to understand her, leaving them with nothing to say to each other. At school, she faces bullying and isolation. One day, desperate for escape, Dylan boards a train to visit her estranged father, but the train crashes. Tragically, Dylan is the only victim. She becomes a lost soul, wandering the borderland, a realm where the living and the dead intertwine. There, she must wait for a guide to help her find her way home, the place where souls can rest and be reborn. At first, Dylan believes she's simply stranded, that rescue teams will find her and life will resume. But then Tristan appears, the ferryman for lost souls. He gently reveals the truth. She has died. To be reborn, she must first journey through this wilderness. Dylan imagines a lush, beautiful land filled with blooming flowers. But after just 2 days with Tristan, she realizes how wrong she was. The terrain is harsh, towering, barren mountains, biting winds, blood-red skies, and danger lurking everywhere. At nightfall, shadows and demons stalk the land, desperate to devour wandering souls and drag them into the abyss away from the sun. At times, Dylan resents Tristan for leading her into this place. But in time, she learns this journey is shaped by one's inner fears, traumas, and unresolved ghosts. This strange wilderness isn't a realm reserved for the dead. It's a metaphor for the inner landscape we all carry. While alive and breathing, each of us harbors a wilderness within, waiting to be faced, crossed, and healed. Before boarding the fateful train, Dylan lived in a cold, disconnected society. Her school was sterile and uniform, with identical classrooms, monotonous on the outside, suffocating within. Each room replicated the same soulless structure, filled with people acting like machines, repeating hollow words as if participating in some grand play that in truth led nowhere. This spiritual wasteland wasn't unique to Dylan. It reflects an entire generation trapped in mechanical routines, losing authenticity, becoming blind to the emptiness within. Like Dylan, many drift through life numb and unaware they're stranded in this inner desert. The author raises a haunting question. Could the barren, lifeless wasteland of your soul now be the same place you'll face after death? In this wilderness dwell pressures, invisible fears, resentment, deception, arrogance, emotional violence, disconnection from self and others, empty ambitions, and unfulfilled desires. These are the shadows waiting to consume you. But confronting these shadows while alive isn't just about living fully. It prepares you for the ultimate journey beyond. This inner wilderness isn't some distant afterlife. It exists now, woven into the frantic contradictions of modern life. So, how do we cross the dark wilderness? The universe grants us 3 tools, not to destroy the darkness, but to see it clearly and keep our inner light alive, even while walking through the shadows. The first tool is understanding everything you perceive reflects your inner world. As Dylan and Tristan traverse the wilderness, she notices the weather behaving strangely, shifting unpredictably. Tristan explains, the environment mirrors her inner state. If her mind is calm, the sky's clear, sunlight glows softly. If anger rises, storms rage, clouds churn, darkness thickens. Understanding this, Dylan begins regulating her emotions, preserving her inner light and maintaining peace within regardless of external chaos. As her heart steadies, the environment transforms, the sky is clear, the terrain eases, and they progress safely. This mystical phenomenon mirrors real life. Psychology calls it the projection effect. Our perceptions of the world are reflections of our inner state. When you complain, the world dims, surrounding you with negativity. Difficult people or situations often mirror your own unresolved negativity. There's a saying, the world is like a mirror. Frown at it and it frowns back. Smile at it and it smiles too. It's not that the world changed, but your perception did. When you stop being ruled by anger, fear, or hurt, peace arises from mastering your mind, not from controlling the world. That's when the wilderness transforms, not a realm of lurking shadows, but a space for healing, where you can see your soul's fractures and begin mending them. Ultimately, crossing the wilderness isn't about escaping or destroying the darkness. It's about courageously facing the hidden depths of your soul. Darkness exists not to devour you, but to help you find the light. Light doesn't eliminate darkness, it renders it powerless. Where light exists, ignorance dissipates. When your inner light shines bright enough, no shadow can harm you. When you're anchored within, whether in life or beyond, you always have a home to return to. The second tool to cross the wilderness is realizing every soul lit by love and kindness becomes a guide, not only for others, but for themselves. Tristan, the soul guide, is lonely and pitiable. He has no fixed name, no consistent appearance, no family, yet he faithfully helps souls who've departed the living world. Often, those newly deceased lash out at him, dumping their emotions on him, even resenting him for guiding them into the wilderness. No one shows him compassion until Dylan. With pure kindness, she sees his suffering, sincerely apologizes, and comforts him. Deeply moved, Tristan grows protective of her. Later, when Dylan is nearly consumed by restless spirits, Tristan risks everything to save her. When asked why he jeopardized himself, he replies, "I've guided countless souls, but you're the only one who truly cared for me, the only one who showed me sincere kindness." He adds, "Lifting you to shore was never one-sided. You were guiding me across the river, too." Kindness is never a one-way street. Give warmth, and you receive it. Help others across mountains, and someone will clear your path one day. Their pure love unites them. After enduring trials, they reach the end of the wilderness. Dylan steps into a new world, while Tristan is barred by the final veil of light. They part without promise. In this heaven-like realm, souls never fade, surrounded by material abundance they never had in life. Yet Dylan realizes, without Tristan, this paradise is hollow, a beautiful illusion. Determined to find him, she learns no one has ever returned from the wilderness. Those who try vanish into dust, alone and unprotected. But Dylan, undeterred, crosses back, not to flee the darkness, but to pursue the light. Demons swarm, yet her resolution never wavers. Fueled by love, she marches forward. Finally, she finds Tristan. She urges him to return with her to the living world. Fearful of defying eternal laws, he hesitates, but Dylan's unwavering love breaks through. He chooses to let go of fear and take her hand. Though still fraught with trials, this time Dylan leads the way. Once guided by him, she now guides him. Helping others is in truth saving oneself. Their story ends in fulfillment, reborn together, bound by a love transcending life and death. But this tale is not mere romance. It reveals the third tool, the power to transcend darkness entirely, liberating oneself from suffering and desire to live freely, wholly. The third tool is recognizing true love isn't mere companionship, it's an awakening. Tristan's form shifts to suit each soul. A soldier sees him as an officer, a child as Santa Claus. But with Dylan, he shows his true self. No illusions, no projections. Why? Many say Dylan is his soulmate, but the deeper truth, Tristan represents her own forgotten soul fragment, the strong, wise, protective part she once abandoned. Through their love, Dylan reunites with herself, embracing every part, even the fearful, shadowed fragments. United within, she no longer needs external guides. She becomes her own. The Ferryman is more than a love story. It's a journey inward, a reclamation of the self. When you love and guide yourself, when you reintegrate your lost soul fragments, separation dissolves. Darkness is no longer rejected. It is embraced and transformed. Home is where you are whole and at peace within. Some see the ending as cynical, where a broken world, even reunited souls must face life's harshness again. But what of it? If your soul is whole, if you love yourself, the human world becomes your free paradise. The world hasn't changed, you have. Wherever you go, whatever shadows arise, you're no longer lost. You understand, no matter how dark or difficult life becomes, you can always return to wholeness, to self-love. Self-love manifests in calming fears, mastering emotions, trusting yourself, treating others with kindness even amid adversity. Carl Jung said, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. But only those who face themselves truly awaken." So rather than fleeing, become strong within, face life's ups and downs, and save yourself. The wilderness the author writes of is her own, and ours. The only way to salvation is to journey through it. I hope you and I both find the courage to walk that path, steadfast, returning home to ourselves. Thank you for listening. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for weekly reflections. See you next time.